Hi, and welcome everybody to another edition of the Winner's Circle Sports Betting Podcast. My name is Ross Benjamin of rbwins.com. It's Friday, November the 11th. And like every Friday, I'm joined by the guy they call the Iceman, Mr. Jesse Schule of jesseschulesports.com, complaining to me off air that he's only hitting 69% in college football, which is tremendous, but considering how he started the year, it was due to take a little bit of a tumble. But folks, 69% through the first, 10 weeks of the college football season. That's absolutely tremendous. Jesse from Thailand. That's where he's broadcasting from. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, Ross. I'm just trying to remind myself that 69% is still quite good, but I've had enough of that, and it's time to get back on the horse. Time to get back on the horse this weekend.
A guy that holds himself with high standards, and that certainly is high standards, and I applaud him for that. Hey, like I always say, Jesse, numbers don't lie, liars don't figure, and the numbers don't lie when you're 69%. Jesse, where can they find you? I assume you want them to go to Jesse Schule Sports.com. Is it jesseschule.com or jesseschulesports.com?
Jesse Schule Sports, I believe, is my Twitter handle, but jesseschule.com is my website, and you can find everything right there at jesseschule.com.
And what might you have coming up this weekend that people could look forward to?
I've already got plays out on Texas, TCU, Alabama, Ole Miss, Georgia, Mississippi State. All the big games. I'm planning on filling up my card. That's for sure.
And the NFL up already too, or no?
I'm working on the NFL today. I'm doing 2 NFL shows today. So I'm more zeroed in with college. I tend to like college football more at this time of year.
Very good. So you could find all of Jesse's picks at jesseschule.com. That's SCHULE is his last name. So make sure you get that correct, because you don't want to miss the opportunity to cash in. This guy's one of the best college football handicappers in the country today. So got a full slate of college football, some high profile games, as he just alluded to. You could find me at rbwins.com. That's rbwins.com. College football, 11-8 over the last 3 weeks. I could do better. NFL, 33-23 on the season. Still, my NFL 10-star top plays continue to cash in. 9-1 with those picks this year, including last week, as I had the Seattle game could go over the total against Arizona, and it cashed in for me. So, a lot of good stuff. NBA in full flight right now. College basketball just getting underway. rbwins.com, folks. I guarantee all my single game and daily game purchases. If you don't make a profit, you don't win. I will refund your purchase price into your account so you can use it toward future purchases. All right, let's get to the matter at hand. Jesse, you're going to be covering the NFC West battle between two teams that have been extremely disappointing and inconsistent this year, in the Arizona Cardinals and the LA Rams. That game will be played at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. I was going to say Sci-Fi Stadium in Los Angeles, but the way they're playing, it might be Sci-Fi Stadium before too long. Anyway, Jesse, what's your take? What do you got for us on this game?
Well, Ross, last week you had me covering the Seattle-Arizona game, and that was another winner. I gave out Seattle on this show. I believe that makes it 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go against Arizona again this week. This is a very difficult game to handicap, Ross. You've really thrown a curveball at me, but I'm looking at 3-6 Arizona, 3-5 LA Rams. Who would have guessed that both these teams would struggle? I'll tell you who would have guessed. I would have guessed. I wrote the regular season win totals for both these teams, and I was all over both of them struggling this year. One of the things I had to say about Arizona was their offensive line, a huge weakness. I look at their depth chart heading into this week. Every single starter on the offensive line is listed as questionable. That is a nightmare for a team that's already got problems on the O-line,
Yeah.
lack of depth. Kyler Murray was sacked 5 times last week against Seattle. And then you got the Rams. Matthew Stafford is in concussion protocol. His wife, Kelly Stafford, on social media saying, not okay. Now, I don't know what not okay means, but when the
Yeah.
team's 3-5, they're not going anywhere.
Well, not
I'd
okay. Could I cut in? Not okay means that they asked her. She just recently had a tumor removed from her brain. If I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm not misquoting anything. When they asked her how she's doing after the surgery in reference to that, she said not okay. So go ahead.
So, anyways, we already saw what happened to Tua for the Dolphins. Teams are actually being more cautious with their quarterbacks lately, especially given that this game really doesn't mean as much as it would if these two teams were more competitive. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw John Wofford this week. Interestingly enough, Wofford only has one career start, and wouldn't you believe it if it came against this Arizona team? Back in 2020, in the last game of the regular season, he threw for 231 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick. The Rams won that game 18-7. I'm looking at this game. Both teams have problems on offense. Both teams got question marks on the offensive line, quarterback problems. And the trends do suggest under. The Cardinals have gone under in 20 of their last 28 road games. The Rams have gone under in 21 of their last 29 home games. It's a low number at 40.5, but the only way I could play this game is by taking the under.
Very good. So Jesse Schule is going to go with the Rams and the Cardinals to go under the total of 40.5. Boy, that total jumped right out at me, Jesse. Two teams that if in week 1, if you would have said they're playing each other and the total's 40.5, I think both of us would have jumped all over the number and gone over. But that's not the case. And Jesse specified exactly why and did a great job of breaking down that game. And he likes this game to go under 40.5. Now, I hope Jesse wins because he's a fellow handicapper, number 1. He's a friend, number 2. And you know what else, folks? On this site, over the last 3 weeks, all handicappers have gone a combined 27-13. That's good for 68%, including 7-3 a week ago. And yours truly, I do it 5 days a week, which means I accounted for 20 of those picks. I went 14-6, but the rest of the guys combined to go 13-7. So you could see the consistency amongst this group, and that's why I firmly believe we have the best cast and elite sports handicappers in the country today. And that's no disrespect to anybody else. But as Jesse knows from doing these videos on several outlets, not only this one, because we do stuff on other outlets as well, it's very hard to get a group of handicappers together that are of high caliber. And we've been able to do so on this channel, and Jesse certainly adds to that. Don't forget, folks, too, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, it's absolutely free to do so. I don't know what your hesitation would be. There's no hidden agenda. We're not going to bother you. And you could be alerted right away when any of these sports betting videos go up on our channel. And like I said, folks, 27-13 over the last 4 weeks combined on this channel, good for 68%. Let me get to my pick. And it comes in a Jacksonville and Kansas City game. The total in that game right now is 51. You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of unders in the NFL. I don't want to be sick of Jesse's under. I hope I'm pretty confident he's going to win that because he's that caliber handicapper. But myself, I want to see a little more excitement in the NFL. I mean, look at home teams this season. Not games played at neutral sites in Europe. Home teams in the NFL this season have played 78 79, 53 and 2 to the under, which is just a shade under 60%, including last night's game that went under the total, which seems like a common theme on Thursday night games. That's a difficult trend to continue. Look for this to start to level off a little bit and come back to the overs a bit down the stretch. But that doesn't mean you should bet every game over. It means you need to find and pick your spots carefully. I think I have a good spot here to go over the total in this game. Why? Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars this year, in their 4 true road games, not the game they played in Europe, but 4 true road games, 4-0 to the over, 52.3 points per game combined scored. All 4 games amassed 48 or more combined points scored per contest. And Jacksonville has allowed 390 yards or more in 4 of their 9 games this season. And they're about to face the number 1 scoring team in the NFL, and the Kansas City Chiefs, who average 30.4 points per game. They're also the number 2 total offense, meaning the Chiefs have 415.2 yards per game. In Jacksonville, Kansas City's defense, as per usual, is not on par with their offense. It doesn't mean they're bad, but they're still, when you look at the statistics up until this point of the year, Kansas City, number 20 in total defense and number 20 in scoring. That's in the bottom half of the bottom third, I should say, of the NFL statistics in those categories. And they're going to be facing a Jacksonville Jaguars team that has accounted for 379 or more yards of total offense in 4 of their last 5 games. I am going to go with this game to go over the total of 51. That's Jacksonville, Kansas City, over 51. And Jesse Schule of jesseschule.com, he's going with the LA Rams and the Arizona Cardinals to go under 40.5. Any final thoughts, Jesse?
Sounds like the game that you gave out is going to be a lot more exciting to watch than the one I gave out.
Well, I hope, again, we don't look, the majority of public bettors that like to watch games on TV, it's common knowledge. General public loves to go over the total. And I get that. And you have to, if you want to be a successful sports bettor, have to have the willingness to play some, if not a lot, of unders through the course of the year. And if you've done that so far this year, you're doing pretty damn good, because I rattled off those statistics to you. But I just think we've seen too much of low-scoring games, Jesse. Is a combination of not very good offense, combination pretty good defense, and also a combination of numbers that might have been way too high, meaning totals. And now you're seeing the totals start to come back to the pack a little bit, although the sports books are not intimidated by this total, which is 51. So again, I think I'm in a good spot. I think you're in a good spot. And Jesse, you'll be back with us. You're usually with us every Friday. I just want to let you folks know that we're going to reschedule Jesse for early in the week, and he'll start doing some college basketball videos with us as well, starting in about a month or so. So keep an eye on that. And folks, don't forget to subscribe, and always give the older guys a like with their videos, because we're bringing years of experience and winning on this channel. Give us a like. Anyway, till the next time, for Jesse Schule and Ross Benjamin, we like to wish each and every one of you all the very best. Good luck this weekend, folks. Take care, and God bless.